3 days ago, a manhunt for Didmus Barasa commenced. This is after a shooting incident that happened around 30 minutes to 1 hour after the process of voting came to an end. Because the process ended at 5 p.m., while the shooting incident is believed to have happened at around 5:30 to 6 p.m. This is according to Brian Kayamba, was an aspiring member of parliament on a DAP Kenya ticket, that is Democratic Action Party Kenya, which is aligned to Azimio la Umoja Alliance. Kayamba recorded that the incident happened when they had gone to Chebukwabi polling station to witness the counting of votes, where he met Didmus Barasa, who was his opponent and also the incumbent member of parliament for Kimilili constituency. And after 3 minutes, he decided to leave for another station. So as he was headed to his car, Mr. Didmus, in the company of 4 men, followed him and tried to stop him by ordering the men not to allow him to leave. Some sources say there was an argument between the two rivals, that's Didmus and Kayamba. But Kayamba says that his driver, Mr. Joshua, defied the order and started the vehicle. He went on to say that it was at that point that Didmus drew a pistol and shot one of his aide by the name Brian Olunga on the forehead. He was then rushed to Kimilili Sub-County Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries while receiving treatment, and the body was taken to the hospital's morgue. A statement by Kayamba on the incident read, and I quote, "Yesterday at around 5:30 p.m. while at Chebukwabi Primary School polling station, our opponent, Didmus Barasa, pulled a trigger and shot dead my aide, Brian Olunga. May his soul rest in peace, without any provocation. Since Brian was seated at the front seat, a seat which I usually occupy, I can safely say that he had aimed at me. The incident caused a lot of panic to our agents in all polling stations across the constituency, making majority of them rush home before the counting of votes could end. I have made a formal complaint with the returning officer and now await feedback." End of quote. The whole incident went viral and Kenyans on social media were so angry and they demanded justice for Brian Olunga, but they were urged to stay calm as the police did their work. This incident also took Kenyans back to times where this man, Didmus Barasa, lost his cool and where his name had been mentioned in some fraudulent activities. In the year 2021, that is last year, Didmus was arrested at his home following an assault on contractor Steve K at Lurare Primary School, where it is alleged that he had lost his control and attacked Steve when he learned that the classrooms he was meant to launch were locked. And on another incident, he was taken to court by a lawyer over 1.8 million shilling debt. Also, 3 years ago, a businesswoman took him to court with claims that he fraudulently obtained 2.8 million shillings from her. After this unfortunate incident, Didmus Barasa fled to an unknown destination. His phone went unanswered after several calls and later switched off. Bungoma head of DCI Joseph Ondoro said that the police had received a tip-off that Barasa was spotted boarding a boda which he used to cross the border into Uganda. That is after he had been given 24 hours to surrender. Now, surprisingly, people love this guy because in the elections, which were done on the day that he killed someone, when the results were out, it emerged that the same man had garnered 26,861 votes, while Brian Kayamba, whose bodyguard had been killed, got 9,497 votes. By this, Didmus Barasa had retained his position on the Kimilili Member of Parliament seat. However, his certificate was withheld by the returning officer and his poll agent was told to tag him so he can come pick it. Now, the last straw that I think shook Didmus Barasa was an order from the Director of Public Prosecutions that he should surrender within 6 hours or else he will be fished out from his hideout and on Friday 12th, he surrendered and availed himself at the station at around 10:30 a.m., claiming that he had been in Nairobi all the while and he had surrendered, or he had come out so that he may also know what had happened to Brian Olunga. The Member of Parliament, through his lawyer, narrates that Brian Olunga was killed by a stray bullet as he was part of a hit squad deployed from Nairobi. His lawyer, Dr. John Camino, argued that no thorough investigations have been carried out by DCI and that his client has been branded the perpetrator, hence negative publicity and need for the court to grant him bail pending arrest. As per now, that's all the information that has been put to public about the shooting incident that saw Brian Olunga dead. Let's wait for what happens next, hoping that justice for Brian will be served. Kindly subscribe if you have not and stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.